afternoon, everybody. Bob Edwards, Superintendent of Schools. I'm here at the high school. I'm outside of Ms. DaCosta's public speaking class. This is a class for our 12th graders, and we're just about to go in and listen to some persuasive speeches and then talk about what they're up to beyond their persuasive speeches.
Hello, I'm Mike Guido. I'm a senior here at Cortland, and being a student, it comes at no surprise that I loathe the idea of homework.
My ultimate goal for public speaking in the course itself is really for students to become comfortable enough to engage in conversation. So public speaking is not just necessarily getting up in front of a group of people and being able to present to a large audience, right? It's being able to have good conversations, have healthy conversations, feel comfortable taking a topic and doing research and then being able to talk about that topic.
It simply allows this discrimination to continue. It put our students at psychological risk. Something needs to be done. And I believe that education should be the first step towards bettering these issues. There should be a curriculum to instruct teachers on how to better support their students.
But as schools try and find a new normal and keep students safe, there needs to be new methods and policies put to the test. One method that may help schools during these hard times is having an open campus for students.
Today, I am proposing a solution to help this problem by starting a dance team within our school. As a dancer, I have never had the opportunity or option to be on a school team. There are students within our school that are on competitive dance teams. Some may be far, some may be close, but none of them are through our high school. If you play a sport through our school, you are aware it is quite inexpensive. Other than buying optional apparel, it is completely free. With dance, you have to pay for everything.
Nobody wants to sit in school from 7:30 to 2 just to learn and have to do another 2 hours of homework at home.
In this case, Mike talking about a policy and being able to persuade an audience, he's really taking not just necessarily the skills of standing up in front of a group of people and speaking, but it's about how he carries himself, the confidence that he builds within himself to have a conversation. Those are the targets that I really want to focus on.
Anybody else have a solution to, if you were to become a teacher later in life, how would you do it without homework?
I would probably, like Michael said, make it optional. Or it wouldn't count against them if they didn't do it or if they didn't do it as well. And if they did it wrong, I would offer that they could come in at a different time so they could learn what they did wrong instead of automatically just having it affect their grade in a negative way.
So like Ms. DaCosta and I, in the educational world, this will be a topic to say, how would we then evaluate students, right? So how do we assess learning and how do we evaluate if we're not providing homework? That's the question.
I think most learning happens in the classroom, so what we learn in the classroom can be assessed in the classroom, and that's what we should be.
Public speaking is something that you use all the time in everyday life, and it's not just standing on stage and talking to a large audience.
The cumulative stress all these platforms have on students. But it doesn't have to be this way. I think that if the school board ran everything through a common platform like Google Classroom, then we'd be able to avoid all this unnecessary stress and confusion. It is not that teachers can't use a variety of platforms, but if they're going to do so, they need to use these platforms in class, because the use of them outside of school and outside the support of a teacher is what causes stress and confusion.
Thank you. Thank you, my dear. Lisa, you are up.
Hi, my name is Lisa Antonova. I'm a senior at Cortland High School, and today I want to talk about the potential of implementing foreign language education at a younger age. I was born in Ukraine, I grew up speaking Russian, and I moved to America at the age of 5. The way I learned was through taking ESL classes in which we played board games. I learned through my environment, I learned through TV, I learned through movies, I learned through my classmates. My parents moved to America at the age of 28. They also took ESL classes, they also talked to their coworkers, they also watched.
I got home at 8:45 from soccer practice, I had to eat dinner, shower, and then I had a few hours of homework. I cannot tell you how many times this has happened throughout junior high and high school, and I'm not the only one. At Cortland, students 7th through 12th grade are expected to get to school between 7:20 and 7:35 at the latest. This is the age where teenagers begin to get very busy. Whether it is a job, to save for college or help their family out, a club or sports, possibly all three, teenagers are very busy. We already are in school for around 6.5 hours a day, then we have our extracurriculars, plus homework, which can be extensive, especially for students who struggle academically or those who challenge themselves and take AP or dual enrollment courses for
All
college.
these responsibilities should expect themselves to be busy and not have much free time. And this is true. However, in the ever-increasing competitive world we live in, we have to try and stand out from others. We are pressured further and further every day to take on these extra responsibilities so that we can go to a good college and get a good job someday.
Usually after this course, students feel a lot more comfortable just giving a class presentation because it's like nothing in comparison to some of the other speeches that they're giving and that they're doing. And so getting up and doing a PowerPoint presentation in history class or whatever other class feels a lot at ease.
Next unit, what's coming next?
Sure. So they just finished up persuasive speaking, focusing on trying to persuade an audience using rhetoric, which is something that they, were learned in 11th grade. They carry on to 12th grade, and now we're shifting into demonstration speeches.
Nice. Demonstration speech. Who's got a good idea? Or are they secret at this point?
I'm doing how to watch a football game.
How to watch a football game.
Yes,
Okay.
how to watch a football
Demonstration on how to watch a football game.
My idea, I think I might do like how to build a perfect playlist. 'Cause, you need one for every mood. But
Okay, very good. Thank you, Mrs. DaCosta, for having us and hosting us this week, and thank you all for your answers and your good public speaking. Maybe I'll show back up for the how-to speeches.